Hi everyone, and welcome to my sewing studio. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I sew patterns 3 times. So the general rule that has been going around for many years is you should do a test version of any pattern that you try, and usually the suggestion is that you use calico fabric. Calico fabric does not motivate me to sew. If I'm going to spend 8 hours on cutting out, fitting, ironing, sewing, hemming, I want to do it in a fashion fabric. So for me, unless it's a French jacket or formal wear of any sort, I will do it in a fashion fabric. So even if it's as simple as a t-shirt, I'll do it in a similar fabric. Or the other suggestion, or the other thing that I've done, is I've bought 2 times the amount of the knit fabric or activewear fabric to do a test, especially activewear fabric, because that's really dependent on the stretch. Won't go any further for that. So the real thing that stops me from only making the actual pattern twice is the fact that when I'm sewing something, I sit there thinking, what if? So the what if might be things like, what if I did it in a print? What if I did it in a bold color? What would this look like if I changed the neckline, if I started playing with stripes? And could I tweak it in a different way? And that's how the third version gets decided upon and worked on. So a lot of the things that I have sewn in my sewing journey has been corporate wear, and so that means that the fit has to look sharp and you do have to look decent. We had a bit of a conversation amongst a few of my sewing friends, and wearing a top without sleeves is something that, as a general rule, I wouldn't do in a corporate environment. If I did, I would wear a jacket over the top of a shell top. So always sleeves, but that's in a corporate environment. So I'm not saying that's what you need to do. However, that has actually forced me to make sure that I sew garments that fit well, and because I had to make sure that my salary stretched from week to week, they had to be garments that would last a long time and also didn't need dry cleaning, because then that's an added expense that I was not willing to wear. So if I made a jacket, one thing that I did do was, as soon as I got it finished, I would get it professionally pressed. Not dry cleaned, but professionally pressed. So I hope that gives you an idea as to why I sew patterns 3 times. So it's partly a creative pursuit, partly it's so that it practically fits me and can fit me for a long time. Thank you for spending time in my sewing studio. I'm Maria. My website is velosews.com, and I hope to see you soon. And thanks for joining me today. Bye.